All right, before we get started on this hunt, here's some of my favorite finds from this same river area that I'll be searching. This is my first good point that I found. Archaic knife. Super cool. After that, I've been searching thoroughly for 3 months or so in that same area. Found the awesome Indian head, Native American head, and horse sculpture with all the crazy artwork. All kinds of Guadalupe scraper points. Little point with the eagle painted on the other side. There's the back of his feathers, the white. There's the brown body. Wing coming up, wing coming down. There's his head. Good thing I didn't clean it too good. I would have probably washed this all off. But it looks like he's holding a little deer or something. This is a pointed type of scraper, which exists in Texas, in the area, central Texas that I'm in. But can you believe that? Tell me that's not an eagle painted on there. So I've been wanting to show that one since I got this magnifying glass. Super artistic pieces. Nice little, another archaic type knife. Most of these are in my older videos if you're interested. A bunch of bird heads. 1, 2, 3. I got a couple more just like that. Looks like a bird head. A little bit larger of a bird head. Same shape with the same eye and everything. Some kind of like scraper tools there. And then a huge one. These were all found in pretty much the same area. But it's cool to find them in different sizes. It's kind of the same deal going on. To let you know you're actually onto something. Here's a little Pocahontas looking rock. Looks like Pocahontas sitting by the water. Oh, micro art, so cool, huh? Somebody mentioned in one of their YouTube videos, that's the chief there. They had this same shape with a knife on the end of it. Mine's just a little statue type thing. Awesome axes. A lot of people be like, that's not an axe. Well, what else would it be? You know, you tell me. This looks like one that would be, you know, directly connected to a hole in the stick. Just some cool rocks. You know, if I find a cool rock, I keep it. Nice saw blade type of knife. Super strong. Ram skull. I don't care what anybody says, it's a freaking ram skull. What do you you'd think I would recognize a ram skull. Also got a magnifying glass so we can check out some of the closer details. To help you busting that out. But alrighty, let's get on the hunt. Last but not least, I don't know if I showed you guys this one. Little handsaw, pretty cool. Cleaned up this little tomahawk looking axe a little bit. Or a lot of it, spent several hours cleaning it. Got to the best of my ability. There's that little spear point. Bunch of over the top scrapers. And this area is known for really good artwork, so be ready for some pretty cool art. I found some cool stuff. Alrighty, let's just get to it. You gonna pull it in? All right, you got it, Mark. I always thought this would be a really good place to find some arrowheads because these large rocks have probably been here for a while. When this river does flood, the water does come up to those rocks and probably gets over them. But they're pretty cool little, one of them has a little cave under it type of thing. And I just feel like I could find some good points. The river runs this way when it floods, so anything that was in or around there is going to get stuck in the rocks around there, or maybe fill this area, so I'm going to spend some time looking. Just a big piece of chert. Gonna take a few of these and clean them up in some vinegar water solution and just see if there's anything on them. But I have found one decent projectile point right around here in the past. Nice setup for straightening out arrows and spears, or for those lonely nights. Pizza Rock. Papa John's. It's interesting. Hello. Possible scraper. Something odd in there. type of etching possibly, or maybe just a, looks like the bones of something. Either way, might as well throw it in the solution and see if anything shows up. This feels like that super heavy blue chert. It's gonna be the big rock of the day. I'm gonna clean it up. Just look at it. I'll make it a nice yard rock if nothing else. That's an interesting shape there. It's like some serration on the bottom side. It's kind of weird. I haven't seen anything like this before. Find these fat little scraper knives all over the place. They got a beautiful blue chert here. Let's check out the grooves on there. Marlin, hang on. It's all symmetrical, so I gotta clean it up and look at it. This is a hot spot. Okay. This is a hot spot right here, so I'm gonna spend some time looking. Marlin, chill. It's an interesting piece there. Huh. That's an odd shape. Here's that beautiful blue and brown chert again, so I'm gonna have to clean it up. It's so symmetrically perfect. Or if it has any serrations on it. I'll have to check it out. Not sure. Hey, how's it going? Today's January 17th, 2025. Been filming for the past few days. Haven't really found too much, but I got some pretty neat items soaking in vinegar and water right now, so I'm gonna see if I got anything. Got some interesting shapes and maybe a cool fossil, but just got out here for about an hour today, and look at this piece right here. Is that a bone? If it's not a bone, it's got some or whatever it is, it's got some grooves in it right here. I've been researching artifacts and stuff like that for the past couple of months, just non-stop in my free time, and even at work I just kind of Google around when I'm stuck in the plant, and I found that they would use these rocks to kind of straighten out their arrows and stuff like that. So I don't know, it looks like maybe something like that. And it's got this groove here. Not sure what that would be used for, but pretty interesting. Check out this interesting looking piece. Pretty symmetrical, kind of neat, real dense, dark blue chert. Cool little cave area. Wonder if I could find anything in here. Be looking around. Marlin, what you doing up there, girl? You a billy goat? Better be careful. You know, these rocks been here for a while. Yeah, how pretty that blue is. Just sitting on the side there. Ooh, it's too cold to stay out here long, but I'm just kind of looking for some unique rocks. Since I find so much artwork out here, I like to throw these uniquely shaped bones and rocks into a solution to clean them up and see if there's anything on them. Like this one stands up straight. Since I found so many of those little sculptures of faces and stuff, you know, it's really cool just to throw them in there and see if there's any artwork. So I'm just gonna try a couple of those. It is freaking cold today. Oh my gosh. Lots of little pieces of broken turd everywhere, as usual. A bunch of cool little flakes everywhere. Whoa, I didn't realize it was that cold. Hey, this little part of the river is completely frozen on top. Holy shit. It's too damn cold, Ma. Oh, you choking on a stick? Good Lord. Yeah, it's pretty cold. Ooh. My fingers are frozen already. Yes. Scraper? Or flaker? I'm gonna have to throw it in the mix. Okay. Mark. Oh man, yeah, time to go. What's this? Some weird stuff going on there. I'm gonna clean that one up. Yeah. This is pretty close to where I found that horse sculpture with all the crazy intricate art. It's like right about there. Hello. What do we have here? Not too much. hello. Oh, knife or scraper? Cool. Was that paleo just a little thicker like that? Could just be a little flake or something, or a chip off a rock, but I have to check it out after I clean it up. Yeah. Whatever this is, if it's a bone, it's a huge animal or dinosaur. I don't know. Check out this. All kinds of engravings in there. It's been in here for about 3 days. Been flipping it every now and then, wiping it a little bit or rubbing it a little bit with a metal bristle toothbrush type of thing. That one turned out just to be some kind of bone. Went through a lot of rocks. Just to find out if there's anything on them. Got a few little things out of there so far. Wow. That's an interesting piece of chert there. Finding a bunch of these huge pieces of chert in the same area. Ooh. It's an odd shape. Very odd. Was that a bone or something? It's got like a hole in the top right there. Might be worth cleaning up just to look at. Man, this is a little hot spot. This is where I found that big Indian statue. The big head. Oh, what's this? I gotta look at this stuff because when it looks like the same material as that Native American head that I found, makes me want to just clean it up and look at it, make sure there's no art on it. Bunch of unique shaped pieces here. So I'm going to throw them in the vinegar solution and see how they clean up. I'm going to get a few more off the camera, but that's just to give you an idea of what they look like beforehand. This is so heavy and dense. looks like some type of bone, but I feel like it's got to be a dinosaur bone because this thing is like freaking 50 pounds. Look how small it is. It's like, what the heck, man? Definitely looks like some kind of weapon or something. See this little crescent. Possibly a crescent knife. All these interesting pieces I just threw in the water here. Man. Kind of flake or broken off piece. Oh man, eventually I'm gonna find a good one here. Just a bunch of broken pieces and flecks and scrapers. But I found quite a bit of artwork over here in the past. So like that, one of those big sculptures that I found. So man, I'm just gonna start coming back here, spend some time over here. There's so much evidence of like worked rocks. Holy shit. Oh, man. What the? Oh, man, that was a giant point, but either way, that's something cool, man. Look at Mar out there. What are you doing, Marlin? King of the jungle, huh? Got my little homemade sifter, and I'm gonna go after this little gravel part here because it's a bunch of small gravel. Ready to see, this is the second scoop. Ready to see one up on here. Kind of scraper maybe. Yeah, it's a cool piece of dirt. I'm gonna try some of these spots right next to this big rock here, kind of in the deep. Pulled out this little bone that seemed to be sharpened into a tool. That's pretty cool. Fits perfectly in the hand right there. Definitely was something. It's an interesting piece. I find nothing but these claw shapes. Seems like found another bird, leather poker, hole poker type of deal. And this cool yellow piece of shirt. So I just noticed this engraving here. Definitely something on there. I'll go ahead and take this back and see what it is. And was this here? There we go. There's something cool. A little knife blade or a spear. A little flake knife maybe. It's pretty cool. Good find. Oh, look at this one. That's cool. Got a little bone piece kind of. It's a nice little tool there. Just pulled this piece out of this, under this big rock here. Pretty cool looking. It's got the red dot there. This. Looks like some kind of knife, possibly. Vibrant reds and blues. Like 3D parts and stuff. What is that? A little seal or something. Found all these little flakes and scrapers, little heart-shaped knife there. All sharpened around the edges. The heart's completely sharpened all the way around. Check out what I see right here. Some kind of hand axe or something. Sharpened right at the edge there and on the bottom. Looks like that would make a really nice hand axe. Heck yeah, that's cool. Haven't found any axes in a while. Hey. So here are some of my cooler finds over the past couple of weeks. Some of them are just rocks, but lots of them are scrapers and points and knives and a couple of axes and possible weapons like this thing here. My favorite thing to find is weapons because this is the most interesting thing. And I could see this being a possible weapon.
It's a strong material that feels like metal, but I'm not sure what it is, if it's bone or what. Same with this one, kind of just unique. It's sharpened up a little bit around the edges. This one's very unique. All my super unique pieces that I couldn't find anything on are kind of here in the front. And over here is mainly scrapers, knives, big scrapers coming down to smaller. In the middle here, we have mainly artwork, what I believe to be artwork. Some of these have etching in them and stuff, and I'll do a separate video to show like little stick figures and all kinds of stuff like that. Just some cool stuff. And over here is like bone artifacts, bone tools that are either points or some other type of tool formed into a tool. Over there is going to be like larger like axes and stuff, hand axes, or possibly hand axes. Another possible weapon here, just a weird shaped up bone thing. But let's talk about some of my favorite ones real quick. This one here is awesome. It's a little like scraper type of, or crescent type of knife. Super sharp right here, but it's also got a little point on that end and a great point on this end right here. Let me switch hands real quick. The more I look at this one, the more I see the craftsmanship in it. It works great for a little poker here. And either way you can use the crescent knife. But it's just really nice. Really nice piece. This one's just super unique. It's very fine serration, but it's very sharp. And you can see the awesome galaxy looking things in the chert. I wasn't able to clean this one too good. This is after sitting in vinegar for like 24 hours and scrubbing fiercely the best I could get it. This is a unique piece that I can't really find anything on. But check out the super thick serration right there, and then a sharp point there, kind of a round sharp point, and a little area where it seems like it has a stem to be hafted on to something like a spear or something. Pretty neat. This one, just a scraper knife that looks like a heart. Here's a nice little scraper knife for some thick serration and a nice grip. Just a bunch of little ones. This is a good one that I found recently. It's hard to find your standard looking points there. Find lots of artistic looking points, but they have clear indication of serration and work throughout the piece. Lots of small knives like that. That's another pretty good one there. Super sharp, super fine. Lots of weird points there. Like this one I can't really find anything on. Lots of these on Texas websites, history, geology, I've found similar pieces, but this specific location on the river had so many different tribes living on it in the past that it's kind of hard to determine like Paleo, Archaic, or Comanche, Tonkawa, or which one it was. But let me jump through it real quick. This one here, not sure what the heck it is, but it is sharpened. It doesn't have like super strong or super fine detail, but it is pretty sharp. And I tested the strength of these two, and that thing's not sandstone or anything. It's not going to break super easy. This one here, just a unique looking little knife. Pretty cool. Has the standard yellow color with a little red dot on it, which I seem to find on lots of the points. There's a little red dot right there. This one is just, it looks like the oldest freaking point I've ever found. It's missing the tip, obviously, but just kind of neat looking. This one, I have no idea what the heck it is, but look how much work went into this thing. Look at the serration. maybe it was hafted onto something, but it might be just a hand type of saw. I find lots of hand saws there, but haven't found anything specifically like that one. Lots of the smaller knives like these scraper knives, which are called Guadalupe points, I believe. This little one looks like it could have been hafted onto something as a scraper. If it had like a small handle, it would work really well for scraping, processing meat and stuff. I find a lot of these that look like a bird with a little, like a little pokey thing. It's like the exact same shape with a little poker. And I have a lot more collections. This is just from the past couple of weeks, but the past few months I have like an insane amount that look pretty much exactly like this thing here. But pretty cool. They're worked up a little bit, not usually sharp around the edges, but they have one little poker that you can use to like drill things or something like that. Super unique piece. No idea what the heck it is. Maybe for arrows or something. It's only sharpened right there. They're kind of neat. Some neat artistic looking pieces, especially when these are wet. The blue and brown shirt out there is awesome. This one too, it looks like a bone with like some type of rhinestones in there. The top one is red when it gets wet, and there's a yellow, green, and like different colors in there. Kind of neat. This one's the same material as the large horse statue that I found, so I picked it up just for that. In my other video, the crazy not statue, but sculpture that I found. This one's the same material, which is why I picked it up. And some of these could have been used for chipping pieces. It's like fits perfect like that. Some of those there, artistic looking one. Could just be a natural rock, but it seems to be worked up around the edges. So kind of not sure. Move on to some of these. This is one of my favorite ones I found recently, actually. It looks like a gardening hoe. It has an area where it was possibly hafted on right there, but it has a spike on this end, and just like a perfect little shovel here, you know. But the way that this point goes up, and then it has like a little area for hafted, makes me think it was one of those sticks like this. So it's pretty neat. Lots of the ones that fit perfect in the hand for crushing rocks, as I demonstrated in the other video. Hopefully I can find it. I've taken so many freaking videos over the past little while. Another one that fits perfect as a crusher. Like this. For crushing rocks and breaking rocks and stuff. Find a lot that are like worked up like that. Got a few more really unique ones I want to mention. This one, an old man that has like a crazy collection was telling me if I find a large piece of sandstone with maybe some design and a flat bottom with lines on it, it could have been a finisher stone. So they would hold it in one hand like this and take the arrows and sharpen them on it. It has like a gritty, like almost like sandpaper, but it's like a shiny stone. Out in the sun you can see it all shining, and it fits perfect like that, and it has the stripes that he was talking about. So I'll have to run it by him when he's back next week. And for some reason it has a little bit of serration around the edges, which is kind of neat. I also found another one like that too, but this one doesn't have any design, so it could just be a rock, you know. But just kind of thought I'd mention it real quick. A bunch of preforms. This is just a preform that looks cool, but lots of large scrapers like this one. When this one's wet, it's really cool looking, but you can see the worked up edges. Nice little scraper, and a lot of the scrapers that I find have a point as well, like for stabbing things. Like for instance this one here, great little scraper knife, but it also has a nice little point for breaking on the bottom. This one here, I find a lot of these super large ones that could be either weapons or used for crushing things that have like awesome finger indentions that fit perfectly. One for the thumb and all 4 fingers. a little point right there. And then they're always sharpened on the top right there, just a tiny bit. So I know people are gonna be like, oh, it's just a rock, but when you find so many of the same ones, it kind of makes you wonder. But lots of large scrapers with just one sharp edge. Not sure what this is, but it is worked up a little bit on that edge. Maybe an axe that broke off. This is one of my favorite finds as far as artwork goes. Under the magnifying glass, there's all kinds of stuff going on in here, and engravings and stuff. It also looks like a possible hammer end. Alrighty, that's pretty much everything that I found in the past couple of weeks. And I'll be doing a lot more hunting and a lot more videos coming up soon, so stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.